what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Welcome to our farm. It is the weekend wrap up and we get to go out to eat on Friday. So this Friday, it is Levi. Say hello.
Hello.
He's got his mouth full of crackers. Levi, Judah, Papa, Caroline, and myself, and Jamie. Jamie's going to meet us there. We're all going to eat. We're going, yes, to my favorite place where I get my chicken bites, America's Roadhouse. And Jamie's going to meet us there. Isaac didn't want to go. So we are going to ride with Caroline. And so we're going to get in. I'll see you there. Well, as life would have it, we're on our way to supper, and we got a call from the zoo that one of our cows was out. So we are here working on getting the calf out, put back up, and so we'll see how this goes.
Papa and you and Mama, I don't get to do it.
She said yes, he was really good today. I didn't ask about the whole week. I just asked about today.
Daddy, guess what this is? Happy day.
I'm whenever you're done. What'd you get, Bryant?
Clam chowder and a baked potato.
And I got my normal chicken bites. Levi got a cheeseburger.
And guess what? How he's eating it?
How's he eating it?
Naked.
Naked?
Naked? No, I'm not naked.
Judah, what'd you get?
Corn dog and what?
One more, that's a sauce, cheese bites, and...
Good job.
Jamie, what'd you get? Or are we waiting on? What's it supposed to be?
Salad.
A salad?
I had a late lunch.
Well, hello everybody. It is Saturday evening. It has been a super kind of a lazy day for me. Bryant has been at the hospital most of the day, and then this afternoon's kind of been a rest time for him. We've been super tired this week, and we've had a lot going on. He's been to the hospital almost every day this week.
Which is a 2-hour round trip.
Yeah, because it's not our local hospital. It's the one in Winston-Salem. And we have a dear, precious church member in the hospital. So where we're going now is I'm planning to cook a little bit on Monday and Tuesday, and I need to go to the grocery store, get a few items for that. Also, we sell chickens this coming week, and I always buy the guys, Isaac and Daniel and Bryant, some snacks to have there. So we're going to pick up some snacks for them and drinks.
Define sell chickens.
Sell chickens. We don't actually sell them. They're not our chickens. We just care for the chickens, but it's actually catch night. We own a poultry farm, a commercial poultry farm. Our chickens are organic, and they go to Costco and are sold under their organic label. However, these are not our chickens. We just care for them and raise them from a little bitty when you can just barely hold them in your hand until about 49 days.
How many chickens they gonna catch?
They're gonna catch about 138,000, somewhere around there. And they come in and catch them, but we call it sale night because that's basically when the chickens go to market. And instead of this little piggy, it's this little chickie goes to market. And so we are going to get snacks for everybody who stays up all night, and some groceries that I'm going to use to cook for you guys on Monday and Tuesday. So, well, I'm going to video it for you guys, but I'll be cooking it for us. So, Caroline has been kind of craving some clam chowder. It is actually going to be cold on Monday, or cooler, not cold, but cooler. And so it'd be a great day for some clam chowder. So let's go to the grocery store and see what else we can get into while we're in town. So yes, I have on a sweater that doesn't match. One, because I'm always cold. And two, because Walmart is always freezing cold in here. So I put on a sweater, and it doesn't matter to me if it matches or not. But isn't he handsome in his hot boots? Or, where are you going? Oh, you lock in the car?
Locked in the car.
I always tell him when we get out, lock it real good. So he locked it real good. Guys, I'm having a hard time with my eyes. Today I haven't even been able to see really good, because I think it's because they're dry. And so I'm over here looking at all the eye drops. What are your recommendations? There's everything. I used to work for an ophthalmologist, and I knew what we would recommend back then, but that's been years ago, and I don't see anything on the shelf that we recommended back in the day. So I don't know what to get. So if you have trouble with dry eyes, let me know what I need to get over here. I'm looking at this Refresh Optive Advanced. I don't want any preservatives in it. I just want lubricant, and that's what it looks like it has in it. So I think I'm gonna try this. And here is the problem customer all Walmarts despise.
They love me.
If I do clam chowder, you have to have oyster crackers. So I think I'm gonna grab 2 bags of the Great Value, because look at the price difference. $1.24 versus $3.58. I believe I'll go the cheaper route. I'm in the pajama section. Bryant, don't you love me being in this section?
Well, it's dangerous.
Because I always go home with a pair.
She tries.
So I'm looking at a gown. I don't wear gowns normally, but I'm looking at one. But I gotta find a cute print that I like. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to North Carolina. 80s yesterday, and I'm in a fuzzy wool, not wool, but fuzzy puffy coat today.
57.
And it says 57, but it's a cold 57, and it's raining.
It's raining, yeah. So
welcome to the great state of North Carolina, where the weather has no idea what it wants to do. It does anything it wants to do. So, but yeah, we are headed to church. I don't know how couch time is going to go. You'll see that in just a little bit, but it may be just me. So we will wait and see, and I'll explain more about that later when we get to couch time. So I'm going to take you to church with us. We're going to get things turned on and started, and I'll see you there. After I turn on the computer, I come back in here. We're in the coffee nook. I come in here and we turn the coffee on. I turn the big one on, get it going, and then I turn the power button on the Keurig. So now we are ready to go out here and practice.
What about on that side?
81. One of the ways we can go home is actually through the zoo. This is the entrance. Those are statues of elephants over there. This is actually the entrance to the zoo. And this is one of our ways we can go home.
They're celebrating
Their 50th anniversary. They had a big event in Asheboro last night. We did not go to, but they had a big event celebrating their 50th anniversary. So, but every now and then we like to take this little ride home through the zoo. I'll show you a little bit more in just a second. Okay, we are actually pulling into the parking area of the North American exhibit of the North Carolina Zoo. I'm sure they were open today, but it's been a rainy day all day. So for the past several weekends, they have been so super crowded. But I doubt they were today just because of the rain. But this is the parking lot to the North American entrance to the zoo. And we're gonna head to the African entrance to the zoo. It says Africa ahead. There's a beautiful drive through here. It's very nature. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful scenery through here. We're almost to Africa. Getting closer. There on the road it says Africa straight ahead.
And how far do you live from the African entrance?
I don't know exactly by road, but as the crow flies, it is less than a mile. Probably not even 2/10 of a mile as the crow would fly. I have no idea, but we hear the elephants every day in our house with the windows closed and the doors closed. Every now and then, if the chimpanzees are acting up, that's the zoo bus. I thought it was an activity bus, but it's the zoo bus. Parking lot shuttle, that's what that was. And there is the entrance to the African area. This is just the parking lot. All you can see is the parking lot. This is not the actual zoo part, but so yeah. I live extremely close to the North Carolina Zoological Park. Hey everyone, welcome to Couch Time.
Hey, hope you've had a great weekend.
Sorry it's a little delayed today.
We had to go to the hospital. Dear friend of ours that's in our church had an accident this week. He was mowing his lawn and a car clipped him. 87 years old, and today was the day that they decided to remove life support, and so we've been there to support the family and to be a part of that.
So I know you guys understand. They
Ministry,
need a pastor and
right.
pastor's wife, and that's where we were. So.
Ministry called. But hey, hope you've enjoyed this video so far.
There's not been a whole lot on it.
A little hodgepodge. I didn't film a lot on the farm this week, but everything went really good. Those recipes this week, what were they like?
You always ask me that, and I can't think off the top of my head.
Off the cuff, can you?
The lemon blueberry cake.
That was really good.
That was really good. What else did I do?
I don't remember. But anyway.
It was good.
Go back and catch those videos.
I don't remember anything bad. Do you remember anything bad?
No, I don't remember
anything either. It was good.
I don't remember. But anyway. We'll see. Hey, you guys. Hey, tell us
Pasta salad.
Pasta salad. That was good. Hey, drop in the comments and
video.
And
the cube steak.
Oh.
How could you forget the cube steak?
That was the bomb right there. That's my favorite meal, and it was really, really good. And the way she seared it and fried it a little bit first before she put it in the crock pot.
And then make the gravy. Hey.
I told her don't make cube steak any other way anymore except for that way.
And everybody asked me why I use chicken broth instead of beef broth. Because that's what I had. I didn't have any beef broth. And it works just the same. It did not, I don't think it would be any better either way, but if you have beef broth, definitely use the beef broth.
Yep.
So that's hard to say, beef broth.
Beef
But anyway,
broth.
I used chicken broth because that's all I had.
But anyway, hey, today's message went really, really good. I talked about today how in Ephesians chapter 4, Paul addressed the Christian followers. He addressed them and said, hey, there's a way you ought to act. If you're a believer and a follower of Christ, there's a way you ought to act. Some churches call it holy, some churches call it righteous, but Paul was dealing with how we as believers project the image of Christ. The title of today's message was what? Do you remember what it was?
That ain't you.
That ain't you. And that Paul, and so many times when Leslie and I go shopping and she comes out, she's got something on. If I really like it, I say, honey, that's you. That's definitely you. But if she comes out, she's got something on that I don't like, or it doesn't look like the image she's wanting to portray, I'll look at her and I'll say, honey.
If it makes me look fat.
What?
If it makes me look fat, he'll say, honey, that ain't you.
Or
if it's too old looking for me.
Yeah. Kind of like some of them gowns that she liked at Walmart that you guys see, or occasionally those pajamas. I said, honey, that's not you. And so Paul talked about the reason what happens in people's lives when they fail to project the image of Christ is sometimes they get hard-hearted. He used the word callous, that our hearts get calloused, and we give away to the selfish desires and the selfish natures of ourselves. And I talked about 3 ways that our hearts and our lives get calloused as Christians and followers of Jesus. First off, if we have a deep hurt. Somebody's hurt us, somebody's betrayed us, and the next thing you know, our hearts become so calloused, we're no longer sensitive to the Holy Spirit, we're no longer sensitive to the voice of God, we're no longer sensitive to the calling of the Spirit. And so therefore, because of that deep hurt, we put up a guard and we protect ourselves. And secondly, we talked about how when life is unfair, there's moments in life when it is unfair. There's nowhere in Scripture where you can show me that it says, hey, if you're going to be a Christian, life is going to be fair.
Roses.
That it's going to be all a bed of roses. Matter of fact, I can show you where it says you are going to have trials and tribulations. I can show you where Jesus says, they hated me. If you stand for righteousness, they're going to hate you. I can show you those things. And so when life turns out unfair, sometimes we like to think, hey, you know what? We got the short end of the stick, or we got the raw end of the deal. And that spirit, once we court that spirit, we can allow our hearts to get calloused, and we can be led away in a direction that we don't need to be led away in. And then lastly, it was failures. When we have failures in our lives that we can't seem to get over, it just entangles us in our mind. It puts us in a prison, and we feel like that failure determines our destiny. And that's not at all the case. It is the Lord Himself that determines your destiny. He says, for I know the plans I have for you, and He's got those plans for you. So don't let any potential failures that you've had determine your destiny, because you can reach out through that calloused heart, reconnect with that Holy Spirit, let your heart be soft again, and allow the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, long-suffering, self-control, kindness, mercy, all those attributes of Christ can be present in your life, and you can be a soft-hearted, tender Christian that is able to operate with sympathy and empathy toward others, and that's what He wants from you. So, hey, if you're acting any other way than kind and gentle and meek and lowly and humble and self-control, if you're acting any other way than that, then that's not you. That's not what He's called you to be.
That's not what He's called you to be.
So anyway, hey, that's the wrap for the sermon of the day. If you want to catch the whole sermon, go to Browers Wesleyan on Facebook. You can catch the sermon on the recap right there. So that's it for a wrap.
All right, guys. We're going to say goodbye because we got a Bible study. People will start arriving any second.
Somebody's already here. They're behind the camera, but you can't see them.
It's Caroline.
It's Caroline.
It's just Caroline.
That was me who sneezed.
And she sneezed and went,
All right, thank you guys for joining us right here on the Farming Pastor's Wife.
Yep, we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, if the grease is hot enough,
You can fry anything.
Bye, y'all.
guys.